Mr. Carter.
Well, officer, you're not going to believe this, but I'm going to tell you. It's a story that would make a great episode for one of those modern radio drama shows you can now hear on the radio, if it wasn't so tragic and horrifying. It's a story that involves ancient secrets, dark mysteries, and unspeakable horrors. It's a story that cost me my best friend and almost cost me my sanity. It all began with Harley Warren, my friend and mentor. He was a genius in the occult, and he had a knack for finding things that no one else could find. He had obtained a book that no one else could read, a book that promised to reveal the secrets of the underworld. He said he had located a portal to the infernal regions in an old cemetery near Big Cypress Swamp. He asked me to join him in his expedition as his assistant and witness. He brought with him a lantern, a spool of telephone wire, and a device that allowed us to communicate through the wire. He told me to stay on the surface and guard the entrance while he descended into the abyss. He said he would call me every 10 minutes and report his findings. He was gone for about half an hour when I heard his voice through the phone. He sounded ecstatic and awed by what he saw. He described vast halls and chambers filled with strange relics and inscriptions. He said he was following a trail of symbols that led him deeper and deeper into the darkness. He said he was close to finding the ultimate secret and that he would soon be rewarded for his courage. He called me again after another 10 minutes, but this time he sounded panicked and terrified. He said he had reached a monstrous vault where he saw something that filled him with dread. He did not say what it was, but he said it was beyond anything he had ever dreamed or feared. He said it was too awful to describe and too awful to face. He said he had made a terrible mistake and that he had unleashed something that should have remained buried. He begged me to run away and seal the entrance behind me. He said it was too late for him and that nothing could save him now. He said he loved me as a friend and that he was sorry for dragging me into this nightmare. He said, "Goodbye," and then I heard him scream. I called his name several times, but there was no answer. I was frozen with fear and shock. I did not know what to do. I wanted to help him, but I also wanted to save myself. I waited for a few minutes, hoping that he would call me again and tell me that everything was all right. But then I heard another voice through the phone. A voice that was not human. A voice that chilled my blood and made my hair stand on end. A voice that said,
Dear God in heaven, what did that voice say?
"You fool, Warren is dead."
The most merciful thing in the world, I think, is the inability of the human mind to correlate all its contents. We live on a placid island of ignorance in the midst of black seas of infinity, and it was not meant that we should voyage far. The sciences, each straining in its own direction, have hitherto harmed us little, but someday the piecing together of dissociated knowledge will open up such terrifying vistas of reality and of our frightful position therein that we shall either go mad from the revelation or flee from the light into the peace and safety of a new dark age.